Hello world, Stephen Michael Zach here, and today we're finally taking a look at the Zhiyun M40 SE. It'll cost this much at the time of the recording of the video. Now, I did buy this with my own money, so these are going to be my own brutal and honest opinions as always. So let's take a look at what comes inside the box. Inside the box, you're going to get a terrible ball head, a C2C for charging, a silicone diffusion, and you're going to get the light with this not easy to pop off hard diffusion. And that is it. Okay, let's right off the bat start with pros and cons because I was very frustrated the other day with this device. Let's talk about the positives. There is a longer battery life. This thing has lensed LEDs, so yes, it is brighter. It does last longer, and they gave us a quarter 20 on the bottom. And that is about where the positives stop. I'm not even going to show you this light. I'm not even going to go through the controls because if you have the old one, it's pretty much the same thing. So let's talk about the negatives, starting off with the fact that they have done away with the best feature on this light, and that is the foot. Now, I'll be honest, I only use this when the power goes out as an emergency light, or if I need to get into an area like underneath my desk. But one of the saving graces, one of the most fabulous things on this is the leg. You can point it down, you can swing it around and point it up. The leg is absolutely fantastic, and they have taken that away. So that is a huge negative here. Next, if you remember the original, it's white with this orange, and then you get this white print. It's very legible, very easy to read. Well, I would like to know the genius who decided the color scheme on this device because it is cream and white. Now, can you see where the numbers are or what button does what? No. They made this so unreadable. They actually, I mean, you already had a hard time finding the in-between temperatures and brightness, but now you can't see the temperature or brightness at all. I think this was a huge misstep, a huge mistake. It's a huge failure of quality control. I just don't understand how they went from making it already hard to read because there's no screen, which we'll get to now making even using the dials impossible to read. So a huge, huge negative on this. I now have to literally hold this here right in front of my face and squint to see what my color temperature is and what my brightness is. And finally, let's get to the elephant in the room. Again, you have a space here for a screen, and again, we have no screen. So not only did they make the dials harder to read, almost pretty much impossible to read, but there is no screen. Now, it is 2026. Pocket lights are a dime a dozen. If you do not have a screen, should not even be a consideration for anybody. Sure, okay. It's bright. You can use it as a key light. But Nanlite did that about 20 years ago. It's called the 5C. I think I did a review up there. I'll put it up there if I have. If not, I'll leave a link for it down below because you can still buy them. And even that had a little screen at the top. So, Zhiyun, what gives? We asked you for a screen. Why is there still no screen on this thing? So it just seems that Zhiyun's position is forget usability. Let's just make everything super bright, as bright as it can be. And just because it's brighter doesn't make it better. So there you have it. Now, they could have easily just given us the foot and put a quarter 20 in the bottom. In fact, I wish this light just had a quarter 20 here and then had this foot. That would have been super fantastic if they just gave us an update with a quarter 20 here and a screen. Now, yes, I do know that right here is where the battery is, but they could have raised the bump a little bit more and put in some electronics and given us an actual screen. They also could have moved everything over and done away with these buttons, and give us a working screen. So they could have given us a screen. They didn't. That is the huge negative with this, besides being very hard to read now, even harder to read now. Now, let's talk about some of the accoutrement that it comes with. This is garbage. I would throw this right in the trash. They obviously just kind of source these for super cheap and throw them in from another company. These ball heads are always terrible. I do not recommend, so I would get rid of that. Now, let's talk about the diffusions. They don't seem to do much except kind of squash the light that you're already trying to magnify. I would have much preferred that if they had given us a grid with this, you can control the brightness and control the spread of these lensed just LEDs, that would have been so much better than giving us two things of diffusion that really cut the lights in such a bad way that kind of not usable, unless really you're doing tabletop stuff. And even then, there's so many pocket lights on the market that have better diffusion. So there you go. There you have it. Those are the cons right off the bat. And I will show you the brightness. We'll go to, if I can see it, we'll go to 4,300 Kelvin. And we'll turn this up full blast here just so you can see how bright it is. And that's 4,300 Kelvin. That is blinding. That is super bright. I'm not sure what the accuracy is, and I'm not going to test it because this light is frustrating as is. Let's go ahead to 5,500 Kelvin, not as bright. So really, the brightest this thing is going to be 4,300 Kelvin. And I don't know very many people who like to shoot in 4,300 Kelvin. So just know that if you want the brightest out of this, you're going to have to set your camera to 4,300 Kelvin and all your other lights to 4,300 Kelvin. Once you go to 56 and even at 32, this thing loses a lot of brightness. Let's go to 2,700 Kelvin and I'll jack this up full. And this is at the end of the spectrum there. And we'll go to the end of the spectrum on the other side. And as you can see, not super, I mean, bright, but not super crazy bright. So there you go. There you have it. That's kind of the functionality. And those are my gripes. So there it is. This is the SE. It's brighter, but like I said, when pocket lights are a dime a dozen, I would highly recommend something else. I cannot recommend this. It's almost as if they took feedback and didn't listen to anything we had to say. And there are other lights on the market that give me the control that I need in my professional or content creator career. So hard pass on this, which is very sad because I do like the brightness. I do like the longer battery life. But again, they made things worse, they took things away, and they just didn't give us what we asked for. So this is a hard pass. So those are my thoughts, but I want to know yours. So leave your questions and comments in the notes below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to mash that bell button to be notified when we drop a brand new video. And feel free to use the links below as it helps out the channel. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is new to me, unfortunately.